here with a new lesson, the ant and the dove. What are we going to learn today? We're going to learn a story. What story is it? It's about an ant, Chiti, and the dove. What does dove mean? It means कबूतर. सफेद कबूतर को कहते हैं dove. और ant क्या है बच्चों? ant का नाम है, हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? चींटी, जो हमें काटती है। लाल चींटी तो हमें बहुत काटती है ना बच्चों। तो आज हम इन दोनों का कहानी सुनने जा रहे हैं। वी आर गोइंग टू read a story on the ant and the dove. Are you all ready to listen to a very nice story? Yes? Very well. So, let's start with what we are going to start reading what is in your book. Okay, I will write as we are going ahead. Okay, so what is the story beginning as? What are they saying? They are setting the story, as in they are taking you into the story. So what they have to do, they have to tell you where the story is happening, how is the day that day, so that you understand where and how the story is happening. तो कभी भी कोई भी कहानी आप किसी को भी बताते हैं तो आप क्या कहते हैं कि उस दिन, during that day the weather. So what we'll tell where were we, कहाँ थे हम, क्या कर रहे थे, what were we doing, कौन कौन था, who was there ना बच्चों, कौन सा place था, we talk about the place, right? So whenever we are telling any story, हम ऐसे शुरू करते हैं। एक पैटर्न होता है कहानी में। एक कहानी बहुत अच्छी तरह बताने के लिए, to tell a story very well, you have to set the stage, to set the idea in the person's mind. Now we are going to read your story given in the book and see how the author has set the stage for us. कैसे हमें कहानी के अंदर लेके जा रहे हैं। चलो बच्चों, let's pay attention here. Pay attention यानी ध्यान दीजिए। Okay, so what is it? It was a hot day. हॉट डे का अर्थ क्या है? व्हाट डज हॉट डे मीन? हॉट यानी कि गरम एंड डे मने दिन। तो गरम दिन था, ऐसे थोड़ी बोल, बहुत धूप वाली दिन थी, बहुत गर्मी लग रही थी। ठीक, गर्मी का दिन था। ठीक है बच्चों, इट वॉज अ हॉट डे। तो अभी हमें क्या करना है? हमारे हमारे कैरेक्टर को इंट्रोड्यूस करना है। सो व्हाट आर दे डूइंग हियर? दे आर टेलिंग अ लिटिल एंट, अ लिटिल एंट was very thirsty. What does thirsty mean? Very thirsty means very का अर्थ क्या है बच्चों? It means बहुत. And thirsty? You don't know. Do you know what is thirsty? When you feel like drinking water, what do you say? Ma'am, can I have water, please? I'm very thirsty. पानी जब आपको पीने का मन करता है, आपका मुंह सूख जाता है, उससे कहते हैं thirsty. यानी कि प्यास लगना. We say it is thirsty. So who was very thirsty here? The ant was very thirsty. And you know what happened? You know what happened? The ant, she went. I'll remove this from here so there's no confusion. Let me remove this here, kids. Very good. So what happened? She went. Where did she go? She went to a, where did she go? See what I told you. They describe the day, they introduce the ant, and then they're telling what the ant was feeling. The ant was feeling very thirsty. So, what did the ant do? She went to a river. River yani ki nadi. Okay? What did the ant go for to the river? Why did she go to the river? She went to the river, to a river to drink water. So why she went to the river? To drink water. Okay? So you understood so far what is the story about? It was a hot day, यानी कि बहुत गर्म दिन था। जब गर्मी होती है, when there is very hot sun outside, when there is a lot of sun outside, then we feel lot of thirst. We feel thirsty. So we want to drink water. So where did the ant go? Where did our ant go? Where did the ant go, kids? Where did she go? She went to the river to drink water. Then what happened? उसके बाद क्या हुआ? Just then she lost her balance. What does balance mean? Lost her balance का अर्थ क्या है बच्चों? It means अपना संतुलन खो बैठना. ठीक है बच्चों, यानी कि जब आप खड़े होते हैं, when you stand properly because you are having balance. But when you fall, why do you fall? क्यों नीचे गिरते हैं? जब आपकी जो संतुलन है यानी कि balance, when your balance is lost, that's so what happened? She went to the river to drink water, and just then she lost her balance. And then what happened? And what happened? She fell into the water. So what happened? It was a very hot day. A little ant was very thirsty. Very thirsty यानी कि बहुत प्यासी थी. जो चींटी हमारी बहुत प्यासी थी. She went to a river. River यानी कि नदी. To drink water. Just then she lost her balance. What happened? She lost her balance. Uh-oh. क्या करे? She lost her balance यानी कि संतुलन खो बैठना. So she lost her balance and fell into the water. Where did she fall? She fell into the water. And she shouted, "Help, help, help, help." See what happened here. The ant fell into the river. She went to the river. She was drinking water from here. And then what happened? She fell into the water. What did she say? She said, "Help, help." So what happened then? She cried, "Help, help." What did the ant cry? She cried. Cried यानी कि रोना, चिल्लाना. She cried, "Help, help." Okay? Then what happened? Did you see here? There's an exclamation point here. हम exclamation कब करते हैं? Exclamation यानी कि ये वाला जो चिन्ह है, कब डालते हैं बच्चों? When do we put it? We put exclamation mark when we are excited. Oh wow. या when we are very nervous, हमारा emotion express करने के लिए, to express our emotion, we put in the exclamation mark here. So what are they saying? Help, help, बचाओ, बचाओ. The ant is shouting, "Help, help." Who is shouting help, help? The ant is shouting help, help. Why is she shouting help, help? Because she fell into the water. Why she came near the river? Because she was very thirsty and she wanted to drink water, and then she fell down in the water. Oh. Now what happened after that? When the ant had fallen into the water, a dove was sitting in a tree. Okay, I'll put the image here. You're able to see it, and I'll write here. Okay. So now let me remove this. Did you understand this? What is happening here? It is a hot day. It was a hot day. A little ant was very thirsty. बहुत प्यास लगी थी. So she came to the river. She went to a river to drink water. And see, water, river में क्या होता है? पानी होता है ना? So she went to drink water. Just then she lost her balance and fell into the water. जब आप मुसीबत में है, whenever you are in trouble, what do you say? Help, help. She cried, "Help, help." Okay, you understood that? Now let's move forward. Let me remove this from the board and then write the next part of the story. What an interesting story about the ant. How did the ant fall? Now who will save the ant? Oh, oh my God. The ant has fallen down. Let's go ahead. So, who was sitting there? Can you see it clearly, kids? Yeah? You're able to see it clearly? One moment. Yeah. Now we have more space to write. Now what happened after that? Uh, she cried, help, help. A dove. Who was sitting there, kids? A dove. यानी कि सफेद कबूतर was sitting in a tree. कहाँ पे बैठी थी कबूतर? The dove was sitting in a tree. Okay, then what happened? She heard, she heard, heard यानी कि सुनना, ठीक है बच्चों? She heard the ants cry. What did she hear? She heard the ants cry. Cry यानी रोना. And रो के कह रहा है बचाओ बचाओ. So she cried and said help help. So who was sitting? A dove was sitting in a tree. She heard the ants cry. What she heard? The ants cry. Then what happened? The dove. What did the dove do? The dove dropped. The dove dropped a big leaf. पेड़ में क्या होता है बच्चों? पत्ते होते हैं ना? There are leaves on the tree, no? Yes. So the dove dropped a big leaf into the water. What did the dove drop? Drop यानी कि उठा के नीचे फेंकना. Dropped. Dropped. So the dove dropped a big leaf into the water. So what did the dove do? The dove dropped a big leaf into the water. And what did the ant do? The ant, the ant climbed. The ant climbed onto the leaf. तो हमारी बुद्धिमान चींटी ने क्या किया? जब मुश्किल में थी, चींटी मुश्किल में थी, when the ant was in trouble, the ant shouted, help, help. जब आप कभी भी मुसीबत में हो तो आप help, help चिल्लाना चाहिए. उसके बाद कोई सुन के आपकी मदद कर सकता है. So who heard the cry of the ant? The dove who was sitting on in a tree heard the cry of the ant. And what did the dove do? The dove also is very intelligent. The dove dropped a big leaf into the water. The ant climbed onto the leaf. Yes. Then what happened? पत्ते क्या करते बच्चे? पत्ते नदी में डूब थोड़ी जाते हैं. Have you plucked a leaf and put it in water? आप डाल के देखिए. When you pick up a leaf and put it inside the water, the leaf will float on the water. So what did the leaf do? The leaf floated to the river bank. The leaf floated to the river bank माने floated यानी तैरना, to the river bank यानी नदी के तट पर. ओके नदी के तट पर पहुंच गया. कौन पहुंच गया? लीफ. और लीफ पे कौन बैठा था? Who was sitting on the leaf? The ant was sitting on the leaf. Yeah. So in this way, in this way, the ant was the ant was saved. Who was saved? The ant. Okay. In this way, the ant was saved. So you understood the story, kids? What happened? A dove was sitting in a tree. She heard the ants cry, help, help. The dove dropped a leaf, dropped a big leaf into the water. The ant climbed onto the leaf. कहाँ ant चढ़ा? Onto the leaf. The leaf floated to the river bank. The leaf कहाँ float हुआ? तो अगर ant is on the leaf, then what will happen? It'll keep floating in the water, but thankfully the leaf floated to the river bank, and in this way the ant was saved. ant बच गया. Very good. खुशी की बात है ना? पर कहानी यहाँ पे खत्म नहीं होती. The story doesn't end here. Then let's see what happens. Okay, you've understood so far, kids? Shall we go ahead? Very good. So let's go ahead, everybody. Let's go ahead. यानी कि आगे बढ़ते हैं. Okay, so what happened? तो अगर कोई आपकी मदद करता है, if anybody helps you, what do you say? You say thank you, and you love them and respect them. You say thank you. Can you be my friend? So what happened? The ant is smiling, happy. The ant and the dove became friends. Then what happened? Chalo, let's see what happened after this. Oh, what happened? Let's see. Can you see here? After some time, थोड़ी देर के बाद, after some time, the ant, the ant saw का मतलब क्या होता है बच्चों? Saw means देखना. The ant saw a, किसको देखा? Hunter. See? The ant is here, no? The ant saw a hunter. What did this ant see? The ant saw a hunter. What was the hunter का मतलब क्या है? चित्र देख के आपको पता चलना चाहिए. Hunter माने शिकारी. What does the hunter mean? Hunter means शिकारी. So, the after some time, the ant saw a hunter. Oh my God, what is the hunter going to do? He had pointed, he had pointed, he had pointed his arrow, he had pointed his arrow at the dove. तो उसने क्या कर रखा था बच्चों? What did the ant do? The ant had pointed यानी कि उस दिशा पे किस क्या पॉइंट किया था? His arrow at the dove. So he had pointed his arrow at the dove. तो who had pointed the arrow at the dove? Arrow अगर dove को लगेगा, if the arrow hits the dove, what will happen? The dove will fall down. Uh-oh, so what shall we do? The ant saw this. So let's see if the ant is able to help the dove. Come on. So what happened? He wanted to kill her. Who wanted to kill her? Who wanted to kill her? The ant or the hunter? The hunter. After some time, the ant saw a hunter. He had pointed his arrow at the dove. He wanted to kill her. Then what happened? The ant crawled. What does the meaning of crawled means? धीरे से जाते हैं ना, धीरे धीरे से घुटनों के बल. तो यहाँ पे crawl माने धीरे धीरे crawl करना. The ant crawled up the hunter's foot. तो कहाँ पे ant crawl? The ant crawl. तो who saw the hunter aiming at the dove? The ant. So what did the ant do? The ant the ant crawled up the hunter's foot. What did the ant do? The ant crawled up the hunter's foot. Okay? And bit him and bit him. So what did the hunter say? हंटर के पैर पे चढ़ के, फुट पे चढ़ के, व्हाट डिड द एंट डू? एंट ने काटा, चींटी ने काटा। तो चींटी जब काटती है तो हमें दर्द होता है ना। सो द एंट crawled up the hunter's foot and bit him. Ouch! यहाँ पे भी देखिए, यहाँ पे एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क डाला है क्योंकि why was the exclamation mark put? We discuss why exclamation mark डालते हैं जब हमारा emotion को, when we are expressing how we feel, when we are expressing our emotion through words like ouch, ah, as such, help, help, when we are expressing or giving a significance to it, we put an exclamation mark. So the ant crawled up the hunter's foot and bit him. Ouch! Cried. Who cried this time? Cried the hunter. Who cried? The hunters cried. Ouch! Cried the hunter, and his arrow dropped. तो arrow नीचे गिर गया. Arrow dropped. The dove was. अभी कौन बच गया? पहले तो ant बच गया था. Now the dove was saved. Who was saved? The dove was saved. The ant and the dove, the ant and the dove helped each other. Help माने एक दूसरे की मदद करना. Who helped each other? The ant and the dove helped each other like good friends. Like good friends. Can you see clearly, kids? Yes? So what happened? After some time, the ant saw a hunter. He had pointed his arrow at the dove. Right? The hunter had pointed the arrow at the dove. And who saw it? The ant saw the hunter. So what did the hunter do? He wanted to kill her. Kill whom? To kill the dove. Then what did the ant do? The ant crawled up the hunter's foot and bit him. क्या किया? काटा, bit him. Ouch! Who shouted ouch? Who shouted ouch? The hunter shouted ouch. Cried the hunter and his arrow dropped. तो arrow जब उसने aim किया था वो नीचे की तरफ चला गया. देखो, arrow dropped. The dove was saved. The ant and the dove helped each other like good friends. What a beautiful story, everybody. So what do we understand from this story, kids? Let's see what we understand from the story. Come on. What do we understand? Please tell me. What we understand is, what is the moral of the story? Moral यानी कि क्या सीख सीखी है आपने? What is the moral of the story? What is the moral of the story? Come, let me tell. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Indeed. What does it mean? इसका अर्थ क्या है? Friend in need is a friend indeed. What does it mean? Moral यानी कि जो हम सीख है, इस कहानी की जो सीख है वो बोलते हैं moral. And what does it mean? What is the moral of the story? A friend यानी कि एक दोस्त in need, जब जरूरत है, जब मदद करता है. फ्रेंड इन नीड यानी कि जब एक दोस्त हमें कोई भी तकलीफ में या प्रॉब्लम में हमारी मदद करता है इज अ फ्रेंड इन डीड, वह हमारा वास्तव में अच्छा दोस्त है। ठीक है बच्चों, सो व्हाट डज इट मीन? अ फ्रेंड इन नीड इज अ फ्रेंड इन डीड। ये अच्छा एक मॉरल है, तो आप हमेशा याद रख लीजिए कि अ फ्रेंड इन नीड इज अ फ्रेंड इन डीड। व्हाट डज द मॉरल ऑफ द स्टोरी मीन किड्स? द मॉरल ऑफ द स्टोरी इज a friend in need is a friend indeed. So always जो जरूरत में काम आने काम आने वाला दोस्त, जरूरत में काम आने वाला दोस्त ही सच्चा सच्चा दोस्त होता है। द मॉरल ऑफ द स्टोरी ये है। व्हाट इज द मॉरल ऑफ द स्टोरी? अ फ्रेंड इन डीड इज अ फ्रेंड इन डीड। जरूरत में काम आने वाला दोस्त ही सच्चा दोस्त होता है। दैट इज द मॉरल ऑफ द स्टोरी। सो माय डियर किड्स, you should help your friend when the friend is in trouble. If you are not able to help the friends, then you can ask them, you can be there for them. कभी कभी क्या होता है ना, just by listening to someone, कोई किसी को तकलीफ है और वो बात सुनने से ही जब हम हमारा मन हल्का हो जाता है। So just giving by a patient hearing, you can be a good friend. So let's see again, rewind the story and see what happened. The ant was thirsty and ant came to drink water, and the ant lost balance. She lost balance and fell into the water. And what did she do? She cried, "Help, help." And who heard the cry? The dove heard the cry. And what did the dove do? The dove the dove dropped a big leaf into the water. Yes, the dove dropped a big leaf into the water. Yes. And what did the ant do? The ant climbed onto the leaf. And the leaf was floating on the river and reached the river bank. कहाँ पहुंचा? Onto the river bank. So the ant was saved. ये थी कहानी ant की बचने की, रक्षा की. So the ant was saved. Then what happened? Sometime later, what did the ant see? The ant saw the hunter with the arrow pointing to the dove. So the hunter wanted to kill whom? The hunter want to kill the dove. यानी कि सफेद कबूतर को मारना चाह रहा है. So what did the ant do? The ant crawled up and and the foot of the hunter and bit the hunter. काटा, ant ने hunter को काटा. Then what happened? What happened, kids? The arrow dropped. Arrow नीचे गिर गया. And the dove was saved. So what did we learn from the story? A friend in need is a friend indeed. With this moral of the story, we end today's class and we'll meet again in our next class. Until then, kids, Jai Vidya Shakti, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat बच्चों.